Speaking of your men's cross-country team, how's everything been going in preparations?
Guys are working really hard. Right now, the goal is just to improve every day, go to work every day with a sense of urgency, with excellence in mind. And so far, they've been on task. And so that's, as a coach, that's enjoyable at this point in our season.
Okay. I'm sure you have some newcomers coming in, blending in with some veterans on your squad. How has everything been going team-wise, heading into your first event?
Team-wise, the guys are gelling really well. They get along. And for us in our sport, in cross-country, I don't want to make us seem like we're just such a unique animal from any other sport. But for us, if the guys don't get along, man, it's really difficult because, out there racing, you have strong guys and you have guys that are not as strong. And you really need those really strong runners to sacrifice and carry out, a particular race plan so that the team can achieve some success. And when you have a bunch of guys that just really don't get along, sometimes you can have a guy that'll just go out there and just blow the entire race up, simply because some guy in the locker room, he's not vibing with or not getting along very well with. So, for us in our sport, it is really critical because, again, those guys really have to work as a complete unit.
Okay, have there been any surprises for you, maybe with some newcomers or maybe a veteran you've had on your team that have surprised you with their performance so far this preseason? Or
I wouldn't say that I've had necessarily any big surprises. Drew Malin, who's a third-year runner, has continued to improve and looks to be one of the front runners this year. He and Tony Peel, their work over the summer it really shows in how they're dominating workouts right now, and it's really enjoyable because with those two guys, I can point to and use those guys as an example for some of the talented incoming freshmen that we have, or some of the talented freshmen that I shouldn't call them incoming at this point because they're on the team. But for some of the freshmen that we have, I can point to those two guys and say, if you guys will continue to work hard, you guys will be right there, before you know it, because those guys, they came in and the transition was a little difficult for them. But they persevered, they worked hard, they remained committed, they bought in, and now they're leading our team.
big invitational for you this Friday coming up to start the season down in East Lansing, the MSU Spartan Invitational. What are some of your expectations, what you're looking for heading into the Invitational and maybe coming out of it?
Really it's so the concepts, there's so many processes and concepts that we try to teach. And I just want to make sure that when we're out there on the course that those things are being displayed. The race plan that we set forth. Whether it's running together for the first 4K, running together for the first 5K, whatever the goal that we've set for that particular day, whatever the task is that we've asked the men to achieve. As long as we come away having achieved that, I'll feel good about our outing.
Okay, thanks, Coach.